We wanted to do this documentary so people wouldn't have to always stare and take pictures, because we don't like when they take pictures, so they just knew who we are. And for most of their lives, Abby, Music, and Brittany Hensel were known as the smiling conjoined twins who defied every medical expectation. They graduated college, became teachers, and inspired millions around the world. But in 2025, something changed, and it caught everyone off guard. Rumors began spreading online, old interviews resurfaced, and new details quietly came to light. Fans started asking the same uneasy question: what really happened to Abby and Brittany? The truth isn't what most people think, and once you hear it, you may never look at their story the same way again. So join us in this video as we reveal the details of what truly happened to the conjoined twins, a life the world never truly saw. Imagine living your entire life attached to someone else, not just as a close sibling, but physically joined at the hip. That has been the reality for Abby and Brittany Hensel, the conjoined twins who have fascinated the world since their birth in 1990. For years, the public saw smiling faces, inspiring interviews, and a story of triumph. But in 2025, their father stepped forward with revelations that painted a far more complicated picture of their lives, one the media rarely showed. According to him, the struggles Abby and Brittany face behind closed doors are much deeper than most people ever realized. Living with two brains controlling one body is something few can truly understand. From the very beginning, even the simplest actions, walking, eating, or turning, required perfect coordination. And while they overcame challenges that would break most people, their father revealed that what they are facing now is unlike anything before. He didn't share every detail, but he made one thing painfully clear: new medical problems are threatening their shared future, and the situation is serious. For the first time ever, doctors have raised the possibility of separation, an option that was once completely off the table. The weight of that decision is unimaginable. Abby and Brittany have never known life apart. Separation isn't just medically dangerous, it's emotionally devastating. Their entire family is struggling with the reality, knowing there are no easy answers. Health issues have followed the twins since infancy. Over the years, they've undergone multiple surgeries to correct problems with their spine and chest, procedures necessary just to breathe and move comfortably. Even then, the health scares never truly stopped. Now, in their early 30s, those complications are worsening, forcing difficult conversations no one ever wanted to have. From day one, Abby and Brittany lived under constant public attention. Cameras, interviews, and documentaries followed them everywhere. While fame brought admiration, it also came at a cost. Their father admitted that behind the scenes, there has always been a quiet struggle to feel normal. Imagine never going out without being stared at, whispered about, or treated like a spectacle instead of a person. That emotional pressure has taken a toll over the years. Though they share one body, Abby and Brittany are very different people. Music: Abby is more serious and practical, while Brittany is lighter and more spontaneous. Their father revealed that these differences often made even small decisions stressful, turning everyday choices into emotional battles. And now, as their future hangs in the balance, those differences and the bond they share matter more than ever. But where did the decision to not separate the twins, Abby and Brittany, come from? Stay tuned to find out. A choice that defined their lives. The decision to keep Abby and Brittany conjoined was one their parents, Patty and Mike, knew would shape the twins' entire lives. When Abby and Brittany were born, doctors immediately presented the couple with an option: surgery to attempt separation. While such a procedure might have offered the chance for independent lives, it came with enormous risks. Medical professionals were clear that the odds were grim, warning that both twins might not survive the operation. It was a decision no parent could take lightly. Mike Hensel later reflected on the choice in a 1991 interview with Time magazine, saying, "How could you pick between the two?" The question captured the moral and emotional weight of the moment.
Separating the twins would mean a future for each of them without certainty about their survival. And the Hensels knew that even the smallest chance of losing one twin was unacceptable. After long discussions and careful consideration, they made the courageous choice to forego surgery. Patty and Mike's decision meant that Abby and Brittany would grow up conjoined, a reality that has defined their extraordinary lives. It wasn't a choice made lightly, but one rooted in love, caution, and a deep respect for the lives of both daughters. Knowing that life as conjoined twins would present unique challenges, the parents focused on raising them in a supportive environment where they could learn to cooperate, grow, and develop their individuality despite their physical connection. Since they have never known anything different, Abby and Brittany adapted remarkably from the very beginning. They learned to synchronize their movements, communicate silently, and negotiate daily tasks together. Every step, every gesture, and every decision required coordination, a skill they honed over decades. This cooperation became second nature, forming the foundation of their unique bond. Their parents' choice made in that critical moment shortly after birth ultimately allowed the twins to live full, rich lives as themselves, showing the world what it truly means to thrive despite overwhelming challenges. Now we have known what the twins are currently facing. Let us go back to the very beginning of how the twins were placed in the public eye. How did Abby and Brittany come to be known? Keep watching to find out. Growing up in the public eye. Abby and Brittany Hensel were born in Carver County, Minnesota, to parents who lived very grounded, hard-working lives. Their mother, Patty, was a registered nurse, and their father, Mike Hensel, worked as a carpenter and landscaper. Alongside Abby and Brittany, the family also included a younger brother and sister, and together they were raised in the quiet town of New Germany, Minnesota. From the outside, their upbringing looked as normal as it could be: school, family routines, and small-town life. Despite their extraordinary condition, they attended Mayer Lutheran High School in Mayer, Minnesota, where they were known not just as conjoined twins, but as students trying to fit in like everyone else. Later, they went on to Bethel University in St. Paul, where they graduated in 2012, a milestone many once thought would be impossible for them to reach. Yet long before college, Abby and Brittany were already known to the world. Their first major national exposure came in April 1996, when they appeared twice on The Oprah Winfrey Show. That same month, Life magazine featured them on its cover under the powerful caption, "One Body, Two Souls." The article gave readers an intimate look into their daily routines in a piece titled "The Hensels' Summer." The public response was overwhelming, and Life followed up with another story 2 years later, in September 1998, continuing to document their lives. As they grew older, the cameras never really left. In 2002, Abby and Brittany appeared in Joined for Life, a television documentary produced by Advanced Medical Productions and aired on the Discovery Health Channel. A follow-up documentary, Joined by Birth, aired in 2003, offering more insight into their medical reality and personal growth. That same year, Time magazine and Life revisited their story, updating viewers on their lives at age 11. Major networks continued their coverage. ABC aired its own documentary titled Joined for Life, and in 2005, a UK television special featured the twins as part of the series Extraordinary People. In 2006, another advanced medical documentary, Joined for Life, Abby and Brittany turned 16, focused on their teenage years, school life, friendships, social challenges, and even learning to drive. Their journey reached a new level of exposure in 2012 when they starred in the LTC reality series Abby and Brittany, which aired in the US from August to October 2012. Music. The show followed them as they finished college and began working part-time as teachers. The series later aired in the UK on the BBC in 2013. By then, Abby and Brittany weren't just medical wonders, they were public figures whose entire lives had unfolded in front of the world. So how are the twins Abby and Brittany facing adulthood? Stay tuned to find out. Defying the odds and claiming their own identity. This paucephalic parapagus twins almost never survive into adulthood. Most doctors consider long-term survival extremely rare. Yet, Abby and Brittany Hensel did exactly that, defying expectations year after year. Not only did they survive, but they went on to graduate from high school in 2008, proving early on that their future would not be defined by medical predictions. Determined to build meaningful lives, they enrolled at Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota, where they chose to major in education. Originally, the twins considered pursuing different concentrations within their major, reflecting their individual interests and personalities. But the extra workload made that impossible, forcing them to compromise in a way most students never have to consider. Even so, they persevered, and in 2012, Abby and Brittany each earned a Bachelor of Arts degree, another milestone few believed they would reach. Despite sharing one body, the twins have always made deliberate efforts to maintain their individuality.